Afternoon all. Wow. Firstly, I've been accused of not having coffee in my coffee cup. So I'm hoping you can see this. Nathan, our cameraman's going to give us a little thumbs up. Marvellous. Didn't want to let you down, and also I don't want to lie to you, do I? I don't really know where to start other than the excitement of yesterday. Desperately trying not to do any work. Sorry boss, hands up. And watch the cricket and follow it all. Johnny BAIRSTOW, Ben Stokes, oh my word. Pope's little audacious little number. Lee's whacking it from the very start, the bowler's finishing it off. Oh, blimey. What a day, what a day. It was one of those sort of memorable days, wasn't it, of Test cricket. And I suppose we've got to go and just celebrate the fact that Johnny's played an amazing innings to get us to a win. We've got lots of things to talk through, so let's try and do that. Well, I suppose we've carried on from Lords. We've been really positive to try and win a game of cricket. How have we gone about that? We had a little bowl first, I think, didn't we? And then we've ended up batting last, being quite positive in the middle with our runs and the speed at which we've scored, which has allowed us, and New Zealand, who of course, you know, it's always easy, isn't it? It's a bit like a boxing match. One fighter turns up to fight and the other one doesn't, it can be fairly boring, but if they both absolutely go for it, wow, you're in for a spectacle. And that's exactly what we've had over the last two tests. It's one of the reasons why New Zealand are top of the tree in the ICC Test Championship. Not probably currently, but you know, that's why they won it in their last set of finals, or the last circuit. And it's something that we're now putting more, I guess, thought to. Actually, we're going to go and win the game. But in order to win a game, you've got to be prepared to lose it. And it looks like we're trying to get out there and be really positive to win them. Stokes, McCullum, lots of good talk, lots of good culture talk. There's even talk in the newspapers and I think on the BBC Sport website that they're starting to look at the background staff, and they might be culling a few of those just to keep messages simple and pressure away from people. Go play cricket, go play really well. Other than, I think, Trent Bolt taking 5 wickets in the New Zealand second innings, I don't think anything else really happened there in terms of bowlers taking 5 wickets. Everybody else has sort of shared it with good spells. It's been hard work. It was a really tough test match. It looked a lot of hard work. There was lots of energy that went into it, and it was fantastic. It's gone 5 days. Great initiative from either the ECB or the Nottinghamshire County Cricket Board to have the last day free of charge, which is brilliant. That's just what you need. And all the players said how good it was to see 15,000 people in the ground just going nuts. And if anybody's got access to Facebook, you've probably all seen that. Yeah, Jamieson hurting himself, not being able to bowl second innings, not picking the left arm spinner from New Zealand, Jazz, and picking Bracewell instead. And that's an interesting one for me. I don't quite know that they really are happy with either spinner. I think they're probably looking at Stokes in the middle order and maybe the left arm spinner gets whacked. I don't know. I see that as something we can learn from the Indians with Ravi Ashwin being that good. It doesn't matter where they play, he generally plays all the matches. If it's a seaming wicket, he still plays. They play 4 seamers or they play 3 seamers. It doesn't really matter, or they might play an all-rounder. And I feel like that's a good sort of structure for us to copy. We just have to find or develop our spinner. Poor old Jack Leach hasn't played a test in this country. Well, now he has. And he just needs to do more of it to see how he gets on. Matt Parkinson's in there. I know Moeen Ali's shown a bit of interest. Rashid, maybe he might get a bit of a spark because, you know, he's a good one-day cricketer and a positive character in the one-day team. He's come out and, you know, he might he might be interested in playing a bit more Test cricket, especially if they're going to play like that. Exciting to see lovely hundreds. I know I'm a batter, I'm boring, I like watching the ball go disappear everywhere. I thought Mitchell and Blundell played really well in the first innings for New Zealand. I think Mitchell can play really well. I think he's very dominant. I like Lees, and I'm just going to say, please keep going, please keep scoring runs, but I feel like he might be developing. Pope's had a super knock, and that was really exciting route. Well, I mean, if you didn't watch any of that, go and watch his highlights, because that was poetry in motion, it really was. That's batting at its finest. And then of course Bairstow and Stokes. I mean, that is just brutal. Who'd want to be a bowler? Oh, you felt, well, I got to a point where I just felt sorry for the ball. It just kept disappearing everywhere. And it's not like the ground's small, but it was too small for them. They whack it everywhere, don't they? It just flies unbelievably, well, unbelievable distances. I think it's very exciting to see folks come and do well. I feel like he's picked his game up from the West Indies. He's keeping well, he's batting well, and he's making a contribution. You also feel like the next test, I feel like they'll pick the same team. I think Potts has done well again. Played maybe a slightly different role. Anderson and Broad maybe pushed the attacking side of things, trying to take wickets, get clever with the fields. So there's lots of really good things in there, I think, and it'll be interesting to see how this all develops. Lots of room, lots of other people to come in, should they get the opportunity, or should they be asked to come in. They got the guys now have got a really good opportunity to cement some spots in a very positive and proactive team. I think Pope's given himself a little bit more licence. He's got the backing of the captain. I think Lees has been spoken about a couple of times. Crawley's having a bit of an issue with the bolt and the left armour, and he might have to go away and have a little work on that. And again, that'll be interesting to see how he fits into the positive mentality mindset that the guys seem to have and that they're looking for. Does he fit with that group? Does he not? I think the honest answer is going to be anybody's going to want to fit with that group, the way they've got themselves going. But everybody's different, and it's can you get a bit of a start for the boys, especially at the top of the order. Lees is starting to do that. It'd be nice to see him score 100 next. He's got a 50, and he's got some scores and some starts, and a bit of consistency. Johnny, well, Johnny's another one. Johnny seems to have become, that little bit of hunger's come back since he got back in Australia. He got his opportunity, and now just showing a little bit of hunger to play and to do well. He does have a few technical issues because he plays a lot of white ball cricket and plays it really well. When the ball moves, when it darts around, there's going to be a few occasions when he's not scoring. But my goodness, what an opportunity he provided to, well, not necessarily an opportunity, but what a spectacle yesterday he provided everybody with, and he must be thoroughly excited. And that's what he can offer this team, which is somebody that can really be positive at 5, against a spinner, against a seamer. I feel like he can whack it in India. It's the subcontinent. He's going to play well in Australia. He's going to play well on lots of different grounds. I feel like that's super positive, and it's almost like, you know, I dare to say it, could we have now a 4, 5, 6 for England that we know what it's going to be before, I mean even 7 if folks is going to be at 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. We know before the test match starts, before the test series starts, who they're going to be. That's going to be really exciting because good sides are built around solid structures and regular scorers, match winners. And that'll be exciting. If Pope could sneak his way into that, then suddenly you've got a 3, 4, 5. If Lee sneaks his way into that as well, you've got another one. And then we're just looking out for, you know, you may be playing a seamer that's a bit more specialist for the occasion and for the pitch and for the series. And it'd be nice to see the spinner get that opportunity on a regular basis to keep it going forward. So it's very exciting times. And I think the next test will be really good. I think they're going to look to win it. Be interesting to see what New Zealand do. Obviously Williamson coming back will make a difference. He is a world-class batter. And if it is another flat wicket, then he will score runs. He's that good. And it'd be interesting to see what they do. Jamieson's then, and de Grandhomme have also going to go, well, one's gone home injured. I think de Grandhomme has as well. One with an Jamieson for this MRI on his back, and de Grandhomme for his heel. So they've got to start to pick somebody else. It might be Wagner, who plays a bit more of an enforcer role. But I think everybody that tried the enforcer role, or most that tried the enforcer role, didn't quite work. Sometimes it did, I suppose Broad did, so I can't say too much. But yeah, all in all, it was really exciting to watch. It was a heck of a day of Test cricket, but it was set up by 4 really solid days of Test cricket. It's exciting to see England doing well, and it's exciting to see England play well in Test cricket, because we know that they're going to do well in the ODIs. We know they're going to do well in the T20s. So it's all good fun, isn't it? All good fun. Well, team, there was a little bit to talk about there. Hopefully I've managed to encapsulate it all for you. If I haven't, do the usual. Please leave us a little comment. Do subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up. Well, I look forward to the 3rd test. I'm sure you do too.